Everyone, it's Sarah, and it's time for coffee and crochet with Sarah. Well, happy Tuesday, everybody. I have again a table full of things to do and show you, and I'm real excited for today because we're going to start the February giveaway, as well as crochet a heart bookmark together, and then I'm also going to show you some new yarn and a couple of new crochet patterns. So we have a whole table full of things. I'm also going to talk about our washcloth of the month, just to kind of let you know where you can find the information, because I'm getting lots of questions about that. All right, well, I see a bunch of you already clinking in. We've got Carolina and Jane, Jerry, Tina Louise, Karen, Heather, Michelle, Dawn, let me move this down, and Margaret. Well, you're popping in fast today, Talana and Mel. I do have a little bit of a scratchy voice today. It has been a crazy week here in Colorado, weather-wise. Saturday was about 50s, 60s. Sunday was 74 degrees. Today it is 0 degrees. The high is supposed to be 12, and it's snowing like crazy. It started snowing yesterday. It is a light, dry snow, and which is probably why I'm a little bit dry this morning. But can you believe weather like that? I thought that only happened in Oklahoma. Of course, you all know I'm from Oklahoma, so... Alrighty, well, let's see who else has linked in. There's Mel and Lisa and Dana, Karen, Linda, Carol, Pamela, Cheryl, and Dawn. Everybody, let's go ahead and link in. Is that not the cutest coffee cup you've ever seen? I think I got it at Walgreens a couple of years ago, and it had a stuffed baby in it. It might be the one that's back there in that little stuffed or a little heart bag. It's so cute. So clinkety clink 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 in. I'm drinking good old Folgers today with a little bit of peppermint creamer. You know I love my peppermint. All right, well, let's get right to everything we have going on today. Now, first of all, I'm going to tell you all about the February giveaway. And the February giveaway, just in case you want to know how our giveaways work. If you've never been a part of the giveaways, what I do is the first Tuesday of each month, I tell you what the giveaway is. And then you have 2 weeks, and all you have to do is either comment here on the Facebook video, and it must be on this video, or you can comment on the video when I send it over to YouTube, because remember, they're live streamed here on Facebook every Tuesday, 9:30 a.m. Mountain Time, because I'm in Colorado, and then we tweak it up and send it over to YouTube. We're still working on some other things, but for right now, that's the way that we're going to do it. You can comment on either one of those videos. Any comment, all these comments that you've already made, you're in the giveaway. Okay? And then on the third Tuesday of the month, which gives you 2 weeks, so this Tuesday, the next Tuesday, and then the third Tuesday of each month is when I announce the winner for the giveaway. All right, so are you excited to know what the giveaway is? Woo, woo! Well, this month we have a crochet kit, and it's called Crochet Unicorn Mug Cozy Kit. You might have seen these at Michael's. That's where this one was given, from Michael's. And in this kit, you're going to get all the yarn. You're going to get a crochet hook. Here's that little metal sticking out there. You're going to get all the yarn, needles, buttons, and a 16-page booklet so that you can make more of them if you want to. It's really cute. You know, unicorns are all the rage. You're going to get this kit if you win. And then you're also going to get one of our bags, the Coffee and Crochet with Sara bag. So the winner will receive the kit and the bag, and I'll announce the winner's name on the third Tuesday of the month. And then on that video, I will explain to you how to get a hold of me. All right, so that's our February giveaway. Super fun. And the neat thing about getting a kit like that is it does give you everything you need to make one, but it also gives you the pattern, and so you can make more. They're super fun. All right, now, the next thing we're going to do, pull my strings, is we're going to do a crochet along together. I call these a crochet together because we're going to be making some little heart bookmarks. All right, I'm going to spin you over here to the other camera just so we can see it up close. All right, so there is our little bookmarks. And of course the tail you can make as long as you want to. It is a heart. It has a tail, and then it has a little tiny sort of a heart on the bottom. I'm going to show you this pink one here because it's a little easier to see. Red just doesn't film well. All right, so here is our heart, our tail, and our little heart on the end. This is made with acrylic. Number 4, it might even be Red Heart Super Saver or Red Heart Love, I don't remember. And this is just Peaches and Cream cotton. So you can make them out of cotton or acrylic. Just make sure it's a medium weight number 4. And I just have this book here just for fun to show you that they're bookmarks. So I'm going to go ahead and move this book. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to be making mine out of this lavender. And you're going to need just a small amount. I've got just a ball of yarn here. You need a small amount of any kind of medium weight number 4 yarn, cotton, acrylic, or blend. Just get into your yarn stash. You can use a solid, you can use a variegated, a striped, whatever you want to make it out of. We're going to be crocheting with an H hook, which is a 5.0 millimeter crochet hook. You'll need a needle just to weave in those ends and your scissors. All right. All right, we're going to do this live, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to begin with our slip knot, and we're going to chain 6 chains. So there's my slip knot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 chains. We're going to place a single crochet in the second chain from the hook. We never count the loop on our hook, so we'll count the next one and then go in the next one. Pull up a loop, yarn over, and go through both loops. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 single crochets. We began in the second chain from the hook, and we stitched 1 single crochet in those 5 chains that were left. We're going to chain 1 and turn. We're going to begin stitching in the first single crochet because the chain 1, it's only a turning chain, so it doesn't count as a stitch. All right, so we're going to go in the first one, and then we're going to stitch 1 single crochet in each of those 5 single crochets. 3, here's 4, and here's, oops, get in there. There's 5, chain 1, and turn. And we're going to repeat this 3 more times, so we have 5 rows of 5 single crochets. So we'll go in the first one and stitch a single crochet in each of those 5. There's 3, 4, and 5. Turn. Chain 1 and single crochet in each of those 5. Now, if I'm going too fast, you can go over to YouTube after I am all done and it's over on YouTube, and you know you can slow down any video on YouTube. All right. I want to go a little faster than I normally go just because it is live and I don't want you to get too bored. All right, I'm going to chain 1. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of 5 single crochets. All right, so now I have my square. That's the center or the bottom portion of our heart. All right, so I chained 1 and I'm going to turn this way. And I'm going to make that first heart bump on this side. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the end of the third row, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to stitch 5 double crochets in this. Now, we don't want to go in this hole or we'll have a hole in our bookmark. So we want to go in the stitch that's the last stitch on that row. All right, so I yarned over, I went in and I pulled up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, and go through the other 2. So there's 1, and I'm going to stitch 4 more. 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, I'm just going to move that tail out of the way because I'm going to slip stitch right in this corner. So we go in, we pull up a loop, then you pull that loop through the loop that's on your hook. So now I have one of my heart bumps completed. And now we're going to turn this way and we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to go in the third stitch of the third row there. Actually, this is not a row. This is just the third stitch because our rows are going this way. All right, so we're going to go in the third stitch. And of course, just so that you understand, these are the beginning chains that we began with, okay? And so 1, 2, 3. And we're going to stitch 5 double crochets again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we'll slip stitch in the corner. Now at this point I like to look and make sure that my heart bumps are centered because sometimes I might have stitched in a wrong stitch here or here wasn't at the right row. So I want to make sure that my heart bumps are centered and that they look nice and neat. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to keep going down to this side and we're just going to slip stitch in the ends of those rows. So we'll go in, pull up a loop, and pull that loop through the loop. And it's important to try to go in that last stitch and not in a hole. Sometimes you might have to go into a hole if you can't find that loop, but it's good to try to find a loop to go in so that we don't have a big gaping hole. All right, so now I'm at the corner. I'm going to go in, there we go, that first stitch, this is where we began here, and stitch my last slip stitch. All right, so now you have a nice little heart that's all trimmed around, and if you want to use this as an applique, you certainly can. But let's make it into a bookmark. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain 23 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's my first 20. And now I'm going to chain 3 more. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to slip stitch in the fourth chain. So I'm going to go back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go in, pull up a loop, pull that loop through the loop on my hook, and I'm going to chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3, and then I'll slip stitch in that same chain again. And that's what gives us that little tiny heart that's on the end. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. It's just a little bit of fun. All right, so now I'm going to slip stitch in each of the chains, working back up to my heart. And I'm trying to go fast because I don't want you to get bored watching me do slip stitches. There we go. Keep right on moving. Almost there. I have noticed that sometimes when I slip stitch back up a chain, it does look a little bit curly. Okay, and you can just pull that out and stretch that out. And if it's curly, It's not going to matter. It's just going to look cute. All right, so I'm back up the chain. I'm going to slip stitch right in that same stitch. I'm going to cut my yarn. I'll go in the next stitch and pull that loop to the back and tie off. And then, of course, I'll take my needle and weave these ends in. And I'm not going to do all that because it'll just take up a little bit more time, but thread and weave in your ends. All right, I'm just going to move that to the back. And there you have a lavender bookmark. Whoops, it's off screen. Let's try it again. All right, now this is a lot of fun. And I think these would be really great to give to someone who is a book reader and really, really loves to read. Maybe a teacher, or maybe you have friends that you meet with at the library. Or our library has a sweet little old lady who comes in and just reads stories to the kids and plays with them. And wouldn't that be a nice gift just to give to her? Or him, if your librarian or teacher is a man. I'm sure they would love a bookmark. And like I said, even if you don't want to add the tail on there, they make great appliques too. All right, so that's our crochet together, and we have a few more minutes, and I want to show you a few things that we did this week. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my roaming camera, and this is our Open Your Heart scarf, and it's called the Open Your Heart scarf because it's done a little bit in what would be called a, oh, I can't remember what it's called all of a sudden, but it's all open weave, and you can see that the hearts there are open. And what you do is you stitch it in, I think it's 11 rows, and then you just continue to repeat until you have 6 heart sections. And then you do a separate one and do another 6 heart sections, and then you put the neck together. And the reason we do it that way is because if you would have gone ahead and done all 12 sections, when you put the scarf on, the hearts on one side would face right, but the hearts on the other side would be upside down. And that's okay if you want to do it that way. It's totally cool. You do what works best for you. You know I say that all the time. The other thing I wanted to, oh, and that is a brand new pattern release. You can find it on Ravelry, you can find it on my blog, and you can find it on YouTube. All right, now, the other thing I wanted to show you is this headband that I'm wearing. We did an updated video for this video, and it's called the Happy Hearts headband. It has 3 sizes. It has 3 sizes, a child. I'm actually wearing the youth size, and then we also have an adult size. I have a smallish head, and although there's some that says I have a big head, but anyway. They're really fun to make, and the only difference is the smallest size has 5 of these heart sections. The youth size has 6, and the adult has 7, and it fits like from about a size 16 up to a 24-inch head, I think, something like that. One thing to keep in mind when you're doing headbands is that they're very, very stretchy. And if you make it just to fit and you wear it for a little while, it's going to slide off. So make sure you make it just a little bit snug. And if you're doing it and you're doing the right size, it fits, but it's coming out just a smidge too big, you can always go down a hook size to make it fit just a little bit snugger. And that is our Happy Hearts headband. You can find it again on Ravelry. You can find it on my blog. And you can find it on YouTube. All right, so we just have those 2 patterns this week. I did make it available for you if you wanted it on Sunday to have our free dog sweater pattern. It's called the, let's see, the Striped Sports Team Dog Sweater Pattern. And I released it. I was going to grab one of them, and I didn't grab it. I don't know why. But anywho, you just make it in stripes. It's a simple little pattern. You can find it on Ravelry and my blog, but we did not do a video. We'll probably do that in the future, but it was just something I wanted to do for the Super Bowl. You know, if people wanted to dress up their dogs in a little, you know, sports team favorite colors. And also, you can make it in any team's colors. You can even make it look like a football if you want to. It's up to you. It's just a basic little dog sweater pattern. All right, let me check my notes, see what else we have. We have a brand new yarn that I found, and it's really kind of fun. I had not seen this before. This is called Mandela Tweed Stripes. It's a medium number 4 yarn. You're getting 5.3 ounces, which is 426 yards. And it says you can make a hat with just one of these. And so I purchased two. You know, I can never just get one. I always have to get two. And anyway, I think, you know, it'll be enough to make a hat with a matching scarf. And so I think they're cute. They're fun. And this is the color. Let me see. This is called Dragonfly. And that's the color. It's all shades of blues and kind of teals. See, this one's a little bit different as far as the way it's laid out. But anyway, I thought that was super cute. I thought I'd drop my coffee cup off the table. It was just another jar that I had some pencils sitting in. That would be horrible. I don't want to waste my coffee. And second of all, it'll be a terrible mess. Because last week on Saturday morning, I decided to clean my yarn room. And I know you all just see what's behind me. But I have this habit of when I introduce a new yarn, I'll set it over on the ground over in that corner. And then when I'm doing new patterns and stuff, I have a pile over in that corner. It was time to clean up my room. My granddaughter came up here and she said, "Oma, this room is not acceptable." When she spends the night with me, I have a roll-out little cushion bed over here. She sleeps in this room, and I guess I just had too much stuff in here. So she thinks I have way too much yarn anyway. But anywho, this is an awesome yarn. I cannot wait to try it out. Now, I do have a couple of more patterns for next week coming out. And so the last thing I wanted to talk about is our crochet along that we're doing, Washcloth of the Month. Now, I've gotten a lot of questions. When's the next one coming out? Okay, now, if you go on YouTube or Ravelry or on the blog, you'll find that it says all of the dates of when they're coming out. All right, of course, we've already released the first one. It was the checked washcloth. And I'm not going to tell you what the next one is yet. It's still in testing, but it's almost ready, and I'm loving it. Okay, and it's going to be on February 17th is when washcloth number 2 for our crochet along will be released. Okay, so you can be looking for that on February 17th. And then what I'm trying to do depends on what falls when, holidays and things going on, spring breaks and grandkids. What I'm trying to do is to release the washcloth of the month either the 3rd or the 4th Monday of each month. But if you go to YouTube and click on last month's, underneath there in the notes section, it has a link to the page that has all the dates listed when all the washcloths each month will be released. Now, what I'm trying to do with this, and I think I'm just totally loving all the pictures. And I do want to click over to my computer for a second and show you something. I'm going to click over here. Now, this is our group. It's called PPD Puppy Love Crochet. It is a private group. And the reason that we kept it private is because I had some issues with some inappropriate spamming and then people trying to sell things. And so that's not what this group's about. This group is all about crochet, all right? And so all you have to do is ask to join, and you can join, and then you can post pictures in that group, all right? If I can get it back to where we need to be here. There we go. Now that's a Facebook group. Everybody is welcome to join and post your crochet pictures. As a matter of fact, I love it when you do, okay? But just know that when you come and ask to join, I always look to make sure you're who you are, because, and it's nothing major, it's just I had some extremely inappropriate things that came through. So I decided just to keep the group private. It's for us crocheters, us people who love yarn and also love our puppies. So anyway, I invite you to come and join that group over on Facebook so that you can post pictures. I get questions all the time. Where can I post pictures of things I've made with your patterns? That's where you do. PPD Puppy Love crochet. All right, so I just wanted to pop that in there real quick before I left. And I think that's all I've got. We talked about the giveaway. We did our bookmark. Checking my notes here. I told you about the open heart scarf, the headband, the washcloths, and the group. And that's all I've got for you today. I know it's a ton of stuff. And every week I try not to put so much stuff in there, but there's just so many things I want to talk to you all about. And I just thank you all for watching my videos. I keep looking through here. That's why when I look over, I'm looking at all the people who are posting in, and what did she say? Had to refresh my Facebook to see this. Guess I just can't get in a few minutes before the live and expect it to just, oh. Yeah, it takes a few minutes because I'm not using just going to Facebook and starting live. I'm using a broadcasting program. That way it records it and I can edit and things like that. So yeah, when you go to my Posh Push Designs just regular business page, you should see a little red tab that says live, and then you can click on that. Anywho, I'm just excited about all the people here, all the new names that I see and all the names that I recognize. And I'm so glad that you all watch my videos, because I say this all the time and I really, really mean it. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for being a part of Posh Push Designs and Coffee and Crochet with Sarah, because I can't do this without all of you. Thank you. And I'll see you next week. Bye-bye now.